on the ground. This is Lamar Miller. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And he gets this one to Bruce Ellington. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a first carry for Deontay Foreman, who was lost to the Achilles injury last year. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, here's Watson. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
To throw on 2nd down is Locke. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. And that is incomplete here. Coverage that time by Aaron Colvin.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Love. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. On first down, Luck looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will have a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And the Colts coming out now. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A run by Mack to start the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division every year is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. It's Hines. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Now a toss play. This is Mack. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Back deep, Bruce Ellington. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And now out comes Houston. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Black 22! Black 22!
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. On the stop, Stephon Anthony with a tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Back 22! Back 22! Tiger!
A shotgun snap for Watson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Jabal Sheard in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington, and an early advantage in that one for the Giants. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
To throw is Love. Now a hit, and Love lost the football. It's out. And the Texans say they have it. They do. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line.
I think this is where we see how the game has moved along a little bit. Free safety, no blitz, but reads the play, has no responsibility in coverage, and takes a gamble and goes and gets the quarterback.
Well, is that a spot, though, where when he's coming, the quarterback needs to be able to find somebody or not necessarily?
Has to, because with that amount of time coming from the free safety position, someone should break open.
Now a handoff to Miller. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. 4-6 defense, they were daring him to run the football. They ran it. A little football 101. Take us through what the 4-6 defense is, Charles.
So what you're trying to do with your big defensive front is cover the interior offensive lineman, the center, and the 2 guards, and make it difficult if you even want to think about running the ball inside. If you can control them, that allows the linebackers and the safeties to run free and get to the ball carriers. And that play worked really well. No gain.
To throw is Watson. Going deep for... That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Here's Locke. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Hurry, hurry! 12.
Throwing on 3rd down, Locke. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And now out comes Houston. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He can run for it, and he will. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a 1st down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that 1st down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Watson hands this to Foreman, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's a give to Miller. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Foreman, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson on the move to his left. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. John Simon. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Come back, come back. Richmond.
Out of the gun, Watson. Being chased out loud. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Tiger. Richmond.
From the gun, Watson. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Wrong.
Luck on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Doyle. And he's going to get this off. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On first and 10, Locke. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hines. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Throwing again is Locke. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. Luck going to keep it on the sneak. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Third down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. They'll try to run with Hines. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. They are in the second quarter down in Miami. The Patriots have jumped out to an early lead over Miami. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now Mack. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. Throw left side complete. It's Hines. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's Luck. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run with Miller. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. They'll run it again with Miller. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. The Texans send the punter out. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 10. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here. 1st and 10. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Wide, 622.
On 2nd and 10, Locke. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A huge play that time for the Colts. 48 yards.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game.
And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
On first down, Watson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Watson. Buying time to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Lamar Miller. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Jamal Sheard on the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The Texans on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Watson. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
This is fielded at the 7. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Now a first down throw. Luck. Looking deep for Hilton. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. Luck to Hilton on the hook up there. And even 40 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run with Mack. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Staying on the ground with Mack. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Houston, it's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. 12. On first down, it's Luck. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Right back to him on first down. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
On 2nd down, here's Luck. And his throw's going to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he's got his man Hilton. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead here in the 4th. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And that's complete. It's Allington. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Here's Watson now on second down. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now a run. This is Alfred Blue. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They keep it on the ground. This time, it's Miller. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
From the red zone now, Watson flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Jordan Akins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And the Colts getting ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now it's Locke. Ebron's got it. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a carry from Mack. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
675.
Luck now to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Mack on the toss, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Here's Luck now on second down. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Luck. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
12.
And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They're going to go for it here on 4th. Luck in the offense is going to stay out there.
Let's go, Mexico!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's caught by Parker. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? He's going to get it running right. And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead here in the 4th. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Drops it to Blue, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have a third down. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They run for it. Here's Blue. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Come back, come back. Come back, come back.
They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to let it fly. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Now they're just trying to do anything possible to try and get the ball downfield and get into field goal range.
And with that clock dwindling, they felt the need to take a pretty big shot there. Unfortunately, couldn't complete it. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And an alley to run. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Would be a long field goal try from here as they try to hustle to the line.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. One last throw here for Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? You remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So for Indianapolis, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Texans, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.